Massive breaking news has just rocked Anfield, and no one saw it coming. Liverpool have pulled off the transfer shock of the summer, quietly sealing a blockbuster deal to sign Swedish sensation Alexander Isak from Newcastle United. But here's what makes this move different: it didn't happen with a media circus. There were no leaks, no bidding wars, no dramatic countdowns on Sky Sports. It all went down in the shadows. And now that the deal is nearly complete, the entire football world is scrambling to figure out what just happened, and why. But Isac is just the beginning. Because behind this transfer is a massive chain reaction, a reshuffling of Liverpool's entire attack, a financial strategy that could redefine their future, and a brewing storm that might change the face of English football. Buckle up. You're about to see how deep this goes. When Liverpool want a player, they don't always shout about it. And that's exactly what happened with Alexander Isak. While most of Europe was focused on high-profile sagas like Mbappe and Osimhen, Liverpool were quietly moving behind the scenes, cutting through red tape and back channels to get their man. No media leaks. No, here we go. Just cold, calculated business. According to insiders, Isac had been on Liverpool's radar for months, but everything accelerated when Newcastle began to quietly buckle under the pressure of financial regulations. Liverpool saw their moment, and struck. Personal terms? Already agreed. Transfer request? Submitted. And with Newcastle suddenly needing to make a tough call, Liverpool slipped in the back door and got the deal done. To the outside world, it looked like Newcastle were in control. But internally, things weren't so stable. Despite having immense financial backing, Newcastle's owners have struggled with profit and sustainability rules, PSR, which limit how much clubs can spend relative to what they earn. Isac may be their star striker, but he's also their biggest asset. And with the player himself pushing for a move and sitting out of the club's pre-season tour, the writing was on the wall. Newcastle couldn't afford to say no forever. Reports suggest that Isac, frustrated by the lack of Champions League guarantees and limited investment around him, quietly made his intentions clear. And once that happened, there was no turning back. But while Liverpool were bringing in Isac, they were also preparing for a major goodbye. Colombian winger Luis Diaz, a fan favorite and one of the Premier League's most electrifying players, was quietly negotiating his own departure. Bayern Munich came knocking earlier this summer with a €67 million offer, which Liverpool immediately rejected. But when Díaz submitted a formal transfer request and was mysteriously left out of Liverpool's friendly against AC Milan, everything changed. Behind the scenes, negotiations reignited. And within days, the two clubs agreed to a deal worth up to €75 million. Just like that, Díaz was gone, and Liverpool had both the budget and the squad space to go all in on Isac. Liverpool are usually known for being shrewd, even conservative, in the transfer market. But this summer? They're rewriting the playbook. After barely spending last year, FSG have gone on a spree, nearly £295 million in total outlay, including potential add-ons. Fixed fees are around £250 million, with a net spend close to £200 million. But here's the twist: they're still operating within financial fair play limits. How? Smart planning. Liverpool's title-winning season triggered massive bonuses in commercial contracts. They turned over more than £600 million in their last financial year, and their upcoming financials will show even more growth. By selling Díaz, and potentially Núñez and Elliott, they could generate another £150 to £200 million. That's why they can afford someone like Isac, and maybe even more. This isn't just about money. It's about control. New manager Arne Slot is clearly reshaping this team in his own image. Isac isn't a Klopp-style forward, he's a Slot-style weapon. Dynamic. Intelligent. Relentless. Perfect for a high-pressing, positionally fluid system. And with new faces like Hugo Ekitike and Florian Wirtz already in the squad, Liverpool's attack is transforming into a younger, more versatile unit. Sulla might still be the face of the team, but make no mistake, this is a new era. And in this new Liverpool, no one is untouchable. Not even Darwin Núñez. Not even Cody Gakpo. Arne Slot is building something, and he's doing it fast. While all eyes are on Isac and Díaz, there's another name quietly slipping out of the picture: Federico Chiesa. Signed from Juventus just a year ago, he was supposed to be a high-upside, low-risk signing. But the Italian winger never found his rhythm. Between fitness issues, fierce competition, and a system that never quite fit him, Chiesa ended up logging just 466 minutes across all competitions. Now, with no spot in Slot's pre-season plans and strong interest from Napoli, AC Milan, and Roma, a return to Serie A feels inevitable. Liverpool have set the asking price at around 25 to 30 million euros. For Chiesa, it's a reset. For Liverpool, it's another smart financial pivot in a summer filled with them. Liverpool aren't just trying to keep up, they're trying to leap ahead. The signing of Isac, paired with the sale of Díaz, isn't just a trade, it's a strategic pivot. Younger legs. Higher resale value. Tactical alignment. But it's also a message to the rest of the league: this isn't Klopp's Liverpool anymore. It's a leaner, faster, and more ruthless machine. And as rivals scramble to catch up, Liverpool are already making their next move. The question now is, can this new formula win trophies? Or is this a financial gamble that risks blowing up the squad dynamics that brought them success in the first place? In a matter of weeks, Liverpool have restructured their front line, executed quiet exits, and pulled off one of the biggest stealth transfers in recent memory. Alexander Isak could be the man to define their next era, or he could be the £130 million mistake that haunts them for years. But one thing is clear: this summer, Liverpool didn't just spend money. They sent a message. And whether this gamble pays off or